Tonight at 11, a King 5 exclusive and a first-of-its-kind survey. The King 5 investigators asked hundreds of former Seahawks about their current health, and the answers are jaw-dropping.
It's an in-depth look at the lasting injuries and brain damage of these football heroes. Tonight, Chris Ingalls has the results of his year-long project.
Are you sure that what happened between these lines on the football field is what's caused your injuries?
Absolutely. Football is a violent game. And if you're going to be good at it, you have to be violent.
There's something hurting on me 24 hours a day, every day of my life. I already know how I'm going to die, and it's going to have to do with football. It's going to be from the injuries I suffered from football.
We mailed our survey to more than 800 former Seahawks. This table is full of the 108 responses that we got. Those players could mail back the survey confidentially, which most of them did. Some of them agreed to be interviewed for our story. So let's get to the survey. And the first question, how would you compare your overall health now to men who did not play in the NFL? Same, better, worse? Okay, so more than half think they're in worse shape than the average guy. Next question. What types of injuries did you suffer in the NFL?
This was a hand that had to stop him. And so this wrist got twisted every which way.
I had so many injuries in terms of neck contusions, shoulder, knees.
Oh, there's no question. My knees and stuff, man. I'm walking around like cracked eggshells.
Question. Do you suffer from football-related pain today?
I have terrible arthritis in my hands. I can't bend my fingers anymore. You know, you deal with those things and you take care of them to the best of your ability, and you just keep moving.
My name is Greg Gaines. I played for the Seahawks from 1981 to 1988. During that time, I had a lot of injuries, surgery every offseason. It continued throughout my adult life, and it still continues. So to this day, I've had 35 orthopedic surgeries.
How you feeling right now?
Very stiff and sore. I can't wait to get back to my hotel room, to be honest with you. All right.
I'm of the concern now of a sport I love being thrown under the bus a little bit too much, maybe.
You don't seem like a guy that has any regrets about playing this game.
The scars, if you will, are something of a badge of honor.
Okay, this next one is a big question. Was your brain injured playing football? No, not sure, yes. Was your brain injured playing professional football?
I believe it was. I believe my memory loss is a direct result of some traumatic trauma that I suffered playing football.
I would say yes, my brain has been injured. Yeah, for sure.
I knew that something was not right. Everything was cloudy. Nothing was clear. It could be really scary. Just not normal.
Do you think you have CTE?
I do.
He was the center, and he also was the deep snapper. Grant's neck was jammed in his head every single play of the game. The saddest part of it all for me is that I didn't know until after Grant died that he was brain damaged. Grant's brain went to the Boston University, and after Dr. Ann McKee, who is the leading pathologist there, did the report, it came back as stage 3 CTE. So there's 4 stages, and Grant had stage 3. She said that if he'd lived for 1 more year, he would have been mindless. It all started making sense to me that Grant had been losing his mind our entire marriage from the time that he quit playing football.
Tests so far, or the studies so far, are probably studies that have significant bias in them. With the NFL players, if they sign up for the concussion reimbursement, then they have a chance to get some more money. If you have a chance to get money, maybe your symptoms are worse than what they really are.
I know people will say, I can't believe the guy says he'd do it all over again.
But I would. Football is what I did. It's what I love. I do it all over again.
But it hurts you, seriously.
Well, that's okay. When you do something that you love, a lot of people can't say that they get to do that. I can. I got to live my dream, and I'm good with that. It's a great game.
I think that was the #1 comment that we heard from players. I love this game. It was a privilege to play it. I'd do it again. We passed our findings on to the Seahawks, who gave us this statement. We consider our former players Seahawks legends. We provide a number of resources to assist our legends following their playing careers, including financial, educational, medical, career development, social, and total wellness. And I also want to talk to the former players out there that we are still collecting information for this survey. So if you are a former player, contact me here at King 5 because we're still putting all the data together here.
Such a powerful story. I mean, this is a huge sport in America.
And this is a huge issue in that sport, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now tell me this, after meeting with some of these former players, which story, which overall scenario made you sit back and say, wow?
Yeah, I'd probably have to go with Greg Gaines, the last man you saw in the stands there. His cognitive abilities are damaged. He says he gets agitated very easily. It's frightening sometimes, he says. He's describing an incident in a bank, a perfectly normal incident where he just blew up. Mm-hmm. That's the kind of thing that scares him and has his family worried.
What are parents supposed to make of this? What do they tell their kids if they want to play football?
There were several players who told me that their advice to parents would be, don't let your kids start playing football too early. If I use Greg Gaines again as an example, he started playing at 8 years old, and there's some evidence that brain damage is most dangerous. Playing football is most harmful to a young, developing brain. So parents, be careful about that one.